What? What do you want? Do you want to do this or what? Can I do this? Can I? No, I'm busy now. Morning! Here we are then. Start of another week. I thought last week was going to be really successful, and then it went a little bit pear-shaped as the week came to an end. Well and truly pear-shaped, in fact. So the end of week 21. Week 21 was looking to be a really successful week. Started off well with some time on feet walking, as you do. 5k on the treadmill, bit of an incline going on there, so I got sort of 750 meters of elevation gain in, which was nice. That was good, considering not getting much elevation at present. Tuesday then, I went out to Adneck, the ADSS, the indoor walking place, and it was a nice 10k with a 6k tempo in the middle of it. So 2k warm up, 2k cool down, and a bit of a tempo going on in the middle. That was pretty successful as well. That was really good. So by Tuesday night, we were feeling really good. Wednesday then, full body and core strength training. Again, this is probably the last one with the weights I'm using at present. And I think this is where the week started to go a little bit pear-shaped, to be honest. But anyway, that was successful. That was okay. Thursday then, I was back at Adneck for another run. A 9k easy run, that's all it was. And then when I was doing my stretching after that 9k easy run, I felt a little bit of a twinge in my one glute. When I stretched my glutes, my right glute, I felt a little bit of a, ooh, what was that sort of feeling? And thought nothing of it. Anyway, Friday being recovery day, I thought, well, that's okay, we'll have Friday to recover. By Friday lunchtime, I knew about it. And I've got that deep throbbing pain in my right glute again. I think it's an ongoing issue, to be honest, because I've had it in the past, and I know it goes away after a few days. So by Saturday, so anyway, bear in mind Saturday was supposed to be a long run day, and it was supposed to be the longest long run. By Saturday morning, it wasn't going to happen. I didn't really want to encourage any further, I don't know if it's damage or what, to my right glute. So the long run didn't happen. I did go to the mile, and I did some mile walking instead. I was determined not to just sit and do nothing. The biggest problem with this glute issue is it's the transition from sitting to standing. Once I'm up and I'm walking round, the pain goes away. It's just that transition stage from sitting. I actually spent all day Friday at my desk with it in a standing position, so I stood standing all day Friday, working standing rather than having to sit down and then stand up again. So Saturday, it turned out to be 2 short walks around the mile rather than the sort of longest long run, if you wish. So, which puts my longest long run for this event now at 31k, which I did a few weeks ago. That's about 62% of the total distance. So we'll have to live with it. It depends where you look and what research you read and whether that's long enough or not. So it'll have to do, I'm afraid. So that was Saturday, and then yesterday I actually, because I was hoping by yesterday this would have sort of gone away, and that would have been the 3rd day yesterday, and it hadn't gone away. It was still there. So I basically did nothing all day. I actually went and laid in the sun, and then I had a wander around in the pool. I walked in our pool and walked around our pool for an hour. So I did sort of do that sort of thing, I suppose, but I didn't actually log anything in particular. So what started out as a really successful week did not end as a successful week in any way, shape or form. The scores on the doors from last week were not very impressive in the slightest. So I had 10.4k of walking, but I did get 771 meters of elevation gain in with that, which was pretty good. I only got 20k of running in. It was the 2 runs at Adneck, just under 2.5 hours worth of running, so that's okay. So I had a total last week of 30.42k in 5 hours, just over 5 hours. with the 771 metre of elevation gain. My dogs are taking the rubbish out of the bin across the room and eating it. Bloody animals. Anyway, so the total distances on the doors, I still haven't broke that 1,000 kilometres yet. I will break it before the training for sessions are finished. I've got 980k, 180, nearly 119 hours of training, and we've now got 12,804 metres of elevation gain. So that's all going the right direction as always. So I then, because of this, now with my glute this week, which is still not right this morning, on Monday morning, I decided to rewrite. It's a fluid, my training plans are very fluid anyway. So I decided to rewrite week 22 through to week 25, because I couldn't get that 38k run in I wanted. So I've rewritten the plan slightly to tailor it. Bearing in mind I will be travelling 2 weeks tomorrow as well, back to the UK. So I've had to tailor it a little bit around sort of the treadmill, Adneck, indoor running place, and then travelling to UK and being able to run in the streets and the mountains again. So this week then, today I'm going to be doing a 6k time on feet with a 10% incline on the treadmill, just to get the elevation gain. That should give me, 600 metres of elevation gain, I think. Yeah, that's about 600 metres. Tomorrow then is supposed to be a tempo session at Adneck. It'll be just a one lap warm up, then 3 laps at a slightly faster pace, and then whatever's left of that lap I want is to cool down. So I should get about, I don't know, maybe about 7.5, nearly 8k in. Wednesday, back to full body and core strength training, but I'm reducing the weights now because we're getting towards the event. So I'm dropping my sort of weights down right across the board a bit. Like the 8 kilogram comes down to 6, 10 to 8, and then 20 comes down to 16 kilogram. So that'll reduce. And again, the same next week, it'll reduce again down through the kettlebell sizes. Thursday then, just a nice easy run around Adneck. Again, 7.5, 8k, 5 laps around there. That'll be nice. That'll be nice and gentle. Friday's recovery day. No running on Saturday this week because I've got a 10k race in Yazmal on Sunday. So Saturday I'm going to do the time on feet treadmill walking again another 10% incline, but I'm only going to do 4k, bearing in mind it's a race on Saturday, on Sunday. So Sunday then is a 10k around Yazmal, so it's a 2.5 kilometre loop, so it's 4 times round. I walked around there the other day and I don't think there's going to be any records breaking there. I was considering going for my sub 1 hour, but looking at the mile itself and the number of people that'll be doing it, bearing in mind it's got the 2.5k event on, the 5k event on, and the 10k event on, all on the same areas. Yeah, it's going to be too many people to try and go for it. So it'll just be a gentle 10k or a leisurely 10k run, whatever. We'll try and keep the pace up about 6.5 if I can. But it certainly won't be a sub 1 hour, and I think that's purely because of the number of people that will be there. So that's pretty much where we are. Not having fun with this glute. I'm hoping it goes away today or tomorrow completely. But I do intend carrying on training regardless. It's only when I'm sitting down and standing, well, between sitting and standing, to be honest. Once I'm up and about, it's not a problem at all. So I don't think it's going to affect me in any way. So, but there we go. And we're nearly there. I think we're down to 6 more time on feet sessions, 3 strength sessions, and 11 more runs. That's all that's left to do now. So nearly there. See you next week.